Hey guys, JH, welcome to Practice Tee. Whoa. Okay, a couple of things. I'm going to do these while I remember them. Okay, this is for Matt at Matt Gray at MMI Golf. Matty was asking how to determine the correct distance from the ball at address. Now it's important to get that right, guys, because it determines very much the shape of the backswing. What I find is if I get too far away from the ball, if I have too much separation here with my arms, I get very much an arcing type effect. It's very hard to go straight back initially in that straight line path. And if you'll notice with me, generally speaking, what I do is I get this trail arm as close as I can to my trail hip, and it's almost like it's connected there. Now from there, guys, I can only go there. Immediately it goes there. Because it's here, I can't go there, if you understand that. Because it's here, I can't force it that way. If it's out here, I'm disconnected, I can go that way. But if it's here, it doesn't want to go there. It has to go with the turning of the body. Because it's connected, it's almost like welded there, body welded. And that's the important factor. I didn't realise that myself until I actually saw it on video. But if I get that here, think about the biomechanical knock-on effect of this. If I'm here and locked in here, I can't go that way. I have to go this way. And more to the point, I've got to turn my body to go that way. I have to turn my body to go that way with the arms. And I want everything in the backswing, guys, being all one part, from that lead knee to that lead wrist to the lead shoulder, trail hip, everything just being one piece and going in that direction. I just want it to be like that. So for Matt, buddy, just try this. It'll feel uncomfortable and you'll have to grip the club down initially, but get in here and get that there, and don't have a practice swing, but just when you get your arm on the pelvis there, on the hip here, it's basically the pelvis here, where you get it there, and then just keep that connected and just turn and watch where the club goes. Then by keeping it connected, see if you can take it that way. Very difficult to take it that way. Very difficult to take it that way. So that's how we determine how far to stand from the ball, or more to the point, how far I determine to stand from the ball. I get here, and my last movement is this. I just pull it in here, and then I push it all the way together, guys. That's why my swing's not long, but I still get adequate length because the hit is so structured, or so efficient, and it becomes effective. It becomes effectively efficient. Now the other thing is for David Edwards. David asked, just explain a little bit about the ready code and what it does in the golf swing. Well, I've explained this a little bit before, and maybe David didn't hear it, but David, it's basically this. If you can take it to the top here and then close your eyes and just stand there and feel. As soon as you close your eyes, you'll feel where the displacement of your weight is actually in your body components. Now as soon as I close my eyes, I feel a weight distribution to the trail heel inside. I feel it to the inside of the trail knee. I feel it to the inside of the lead knee. As soon as I close my eyes. When I get there, I don't feel it. As soon as I close my eyes, I do. So it's basically and Mr. X came up with it, and his simple statement was, just put yourself in a position in the backswing and don't hit the ball till you're ready. Feel like you're ready before you want to hit it. Now that's hard for us to do because most people in a golf swing always have this continuous motion in a golf swing. Now that's really tough. Now that really doesn't happen in biomechanical or life processes where we're using our body to do things. Now, if you're going to hammer something, you'll take it back and you'll basically set it to get it to go. Anything you do, you won't take it back and get going. So the whole idea with the ready code is to A, position our balance, but get us ready to feel the readiness of the downswing. That's what it amounts to. You must feel the readiness. And until you feel the readiness, when you're practicing, just go through a process or a routine where you get to the stage where you just don't hit it until you're ready. It doesn't matter, you're here, no one's behind you. Just get in position, don't hit it until you're ready. Well now guys, that's the first swing of the day with channel lock, and that's just blitzed. Now guys, you'll see a lot of the times, if you slow my swing down, a lot of the times you'll see this. I get that deliberately because I want to block the swing. I want the shoulder blocked here, and I want to get there a lot of the times. But that's after you hit the shot. You know, there's been two great players in the history of golf that hit the ball amazingly straight. And one was Calvin Peete, and he had a permanently bent fused elbow, and it was here. So he had a permanent chicken wing, and he was the straightest hitter on the US Tour. He used to hit 86 to 87% of every fairway and green. He was just so accurate. And there was another guy called Leo Deagle back in the 40s and 50s, and he had the same, and he was prodigiously straight. So guys, you'll see that in my swing. I do that deliberately on occasions. I mean, I can straighten the lead arm like anybody else. But when I do, when I really want to straighten it sometimes, I get a feel a little bit of forearm roll. And I don't want to feel that. Okay, that's just an aside. Now, another thing. With channel lock, and I notice on the video I do this so much, it drives me nuts when I see it. I said, Jay, don't do that anymore. Don't go over there. It's just unconscious things. Guys, when I do these videos, I never know what I'm going to say till I step in front of the camera, and I have no idea what the verbiage is going to be. To the extent, and when I finish, I completely forget it, to the extent that when I go home and watch it, I see things, oh, did I say that? Oh, is that what that was about? Because I do this totally unscripted and totally from a spontaneous point of view. So these things are just, I mean, I hate looking at them myself, so I don't know why people have said, Jade, stop going over there and getting in that bush. I'm going to stop it from now on. Okay, so what you need to work out with channel lock, guys, is this, that this trail axis here, if you can get at the hit, if you can get all this in line, this trail elbow, trail shoulder joint, chest, all this side componentry here, pack everything, going down this trail axis. Because guys, here's all the components. If we line that up in a row, we'd be an immovable object. You'd never move us. The Doric column. If Rod Kafer was watching this, Rod, you remember he said the other day, the Doric column? Well, really, that's what it is, guys. If you can get in this position here and you can get everything there in that position there, that's as strong as you can get. Think about this. I get up here, I have a predominant trail side for most people. Yet when we hit the ball, the trail side's never in play. It's not in play because it's back here. No one wants to fire the trail side at the ball. Because if you do fire the trail side at the ball, invariably you'll spin over the ball. But when you've got closed shoulders, you can fire the trail shoulder side at the golf ball as hard as you like. And you ain't going to spin out, baby. That ain't going to happen. You can do that. So these are all the knock-on benefits of channel lock. To be able to get everything in line when you hit it. So Matt Gray, if you're watching, see here, buddy, see how I locked that in there? And for David Edwards, the ready code. Yeah, second shot of the day, right on top of the first shot. Now guys, we talk about the angle of attack on this golf swing. It's very shallow. And it's very level. I mean, it gets on the ball very early. And I mentioned that before. There are occasions where you'll if you're in deep grass, you'll catch the grass coming in because the club just gets at ball level very quickly. So when I practice, and the range owner loves me, because said, JH, I never have to come up here and put sand down in the divots, because there isn't any. And I've done a demonstration off the practice green here. I've hit a dozen shots here with a 5-iron. You wouldn't even know I was been there. And the good shot, what that does, guys, that means that the good shot in, or the good miss in channel lock is a thin shot, which ain't going to hurt you. Thin shot invariably goes straight. If you ever remember that? Do you remember the thin shots you hit? They always go straight. The chunkers don't, but the thin ones do. So for David Edwards, the ready code, just sit back there and wait. I'll see if I can wait a long time on this one. Well, I didn't wait a long time, but boy, I hit that good. There's no question in my mind that I will incorporate the ready code into my swing. The reason I don't have it some days, guys, is I work out every day. Even as old as I am, I'm addicted to workouts, and I overwork myself. The gym owner just gets on to me. He says, JS, I'm gonna come in here one day and you're gonna be dead. And one of the guys made a comment about, you're always complaining about being injured. I'm never injured, guys. I'm just sore. I'm never injured. I don't have an injury. I train every day. Even when I'm sore, I'm trained the next day. I'm just sore from the overwork. But the days that I am sore, it's pretty hard to pause the top because there's so much tightness in the muscles. The training I do, guys, I would never recommend for anybody. It's just not conducive to golf. There's no flexibility. I've never done flexibility training, even though I am longitudinally very flexible and have great elongation capabilities, to the extent when I do ab rollouts and I hold the gym record, and we call it nipples to the floor, right out, full extension, full arms, nipples on the floor. No one gets near me. There, so I've got great longitudinal. If I could hit the golf ball like that, it'd be great. I might work out a new swing. So what we're talking about, okay, we're going to talk about, again, this is for Matt Gray, or any of the guys on MMI, Billy, anyone. But the other day when Matty was hitting those little pitch shots, and he must be a good pitcher. He knocked the first one straight in, the second one hit the flag and nearly went in as well. I do that occasionally, but not very often. So guys, so Matty, when you're going to pitch the ball, what'll help you dramatic if you're going to hit a little pitch, just a little one out there, it's about 45 yards out there. The more you can get this shaft in line with that trail leg, you'll know you're in the right place. This all forms, like from behind there, no one will be able to see this shaft because it's covered up by my leg. And that's what you want to have as a thought. You want to say, can anybody behind see any of this shaft? And if they can, it's not perpendicular. It doesn't have, as my buddy Martin Ayres would say, it doesn't have perpendicularity. We used to laugh about that. He came up with that. That was his word, perpendicularity. We've never looked up. We don't know if it's a real word, but it's a great word. So Matty, here. Yeah, just try and get it. Just try and get it in line. And a little bit of ready code. Oh, go in. Ooh. Now the other thing for you, Matty. See, Matt's obviously a very good hands player, and you can see that in his general swing. He's always been a snap loader, so he's obviously got very good hand-eye and he can coordinate things. But even in your pitching, Matty, there's nothing wrong with it, but to take away the error factor and the chance of error, if on the little pitch shots, even if you're going to hit a little, up-down stopper here, if you can take the club back here and not apply any paintbrush in it. I mean, you've got nice timing. I mean, this is you. You're a. Nothing wrong with that if you can do that. I mean, I can't do it effectively. I can do it, probably 5 out of 10 shots. But I think that any propensity to snap load or even sweep load, or what I call paintbrush load, on a short swing, I think has again a propensity for creating error. So what I'm saying, mate, is get that club in line here, get as close as you can, and try and stand the club up. Billy Phillips the other day was hitting some pitch shots. Now Billy was here. Billy, just stand it up, try and get on top of it, here. I try and get this here. That's why I can really pitch the ball straight, for that reason, because this is here and it's just straight back and straight, well, it's here. I actually take it, when I say straight back, it's straight back and straight through. And even on the pitch shots, guys, I try and take the club that way. Now you may think that's strange on a pitch shot, that you wouldn't hit it straight, but you do. So we get it in line, and we don't have, it's an arm ball. There's no load on it. The only thing that'll load it is the momentum of the club, but you don't want to add anything with a wrist hinge. And Matt was saying the other day, Matt Gray was saying the other day that he's really worked into the hinging, and you can see it in his swing. Actually, Bill Phillips and Matt Gray, I mean, if you get those guys to have a look at your swing, it'd be just the same as getting me to have a look at it. They understand it as well as I do. They're very good observers, both of them, and very new to it. Well, we're all pretty new to it, but I've got more experience in it than the other guys in terms of time, because I've hit more shots with it. But the way that Matt can just pick it up and the way he can unload that to other people is fantastic. So Matt, buddy, just try this. Get close and get that arm in there and stand on top of it. Stand on top of it, and then just try and push it all back. You know when you said you had the butterfly grip, and what I tried to explain to you in the email is this. I put my hands on like that. But when I pitch the ball, I turn them that way. I pressure them that way. You know what that does? It centralises the shaft. It doesn't let the shaft get behind the hands or in front of the hands. It's centralised, because the pressure is a compensating pressure. It just, Mr. X is just hitting some pitch shots about 128, just knocked that one in. I wonder if he knows that. That went in. Yeah. Yeah, the pressure's here, Matty. Yeah, if you get the pressure going that way, see what it does? It turns the forearms that way and the elbows that way. You feel a little bit like that. You feel a little bit flary yourself. But man, that really does keep the golf club really square when you're pitching the ball. Okay guys, they're just a few things that I thought might be of interest to you. We've got a few interesting discussions going on the internet at the moment. It's a little bit of fire and brimstone, but hey, we're all grown-ups. But at the end of the day, guys, what I need to say to everybody is it's a game. It's a game. It's not life and death, it's a game. And it's opinions. It's what we perceive as an opinion. But a lot of times, you know, opinions I think on most occasions are best kept to yourself, because whereas they can be enlightening, they can also be inflammatory. Now I know, you know, like I know Lee and I are having a bit of a head-to-head at the moment, but, you know, Lee's not the type of guy, I'm not the type of guy, but we're just men. And we're passionate about what we do. And same with Joe Barnes on New Generation Golf. Joe's got some ideas and he's passionate about what he does. But I can tell you guys, what I do with Channel Lock is unique. And I will have Martin Ayres in front of the camera here. Hopefully, if he's in town, it might even be this week. And Martin Ayres will tell you that this golf swing has got no derivation in it. No Channel Lock, no part of Channel Lock is a derivation of DOCF. It's not even remotely a derivation. DOCF wants to swing beside the body, in a channel, the club is pushed down, and we're close to the ball when we hit it. DOCF, as the club pulls in towards the body, is blocked by the body, then twirls up, is picked up in the air, and then is left of the line released around the body with open shoulders and an open club path. Martin Ayres very much runs his golf swing along the lines of Hogan's geometry, which was just slightly across the line of flight of the ball. And because Marty wants to, DOCF wants to release the club left of the line. I never want to release the left of the line. I want to release it out there. I want to keep the club in here. So guys, they're just points that we're going to clarify going forward. But I can assure you, for any doubting Thomases, there's no question that there's nothing in this golf swing that had any origin from, the origin of the species was not an evolution or involvement of DOCF. CL, Channel Lock, is its own evolutionary product. Anyway guys, I thought I just had to get that out there. But I you know, I'm not, we had a bit of an exchange today, and I say we're all men. Sometimes men go on like babies, or less than grown up. But you've got to have that pattern. Hey, Mr. X has just knocked another one in. Hey, what are you doing? That's gone in the hole again. That wasn't his strong suit. You know, he's probably about 130 out there. He's just knocked two in a row in the hole. Oh, not in a row, but two out of about 8. Oh, this one's going in. No, it's not. It's about 3 feet. Oh, it's about 2 feet. I'm going to bring him on in a minute. We're going to have a talk. I'll tell him this. Okay, guys, because I've never seen that from him. Okay, guys, that was just some stuff, and I hope it'll be good for you. So hot here today. Why have I got a black shirt on? Honestly, guys, as you get older, this gets weaker. No question. I cannot digress. I cannot go through a day where I don't lose my telephone, my car keys, or my wallet. It's either one of the three. You know, the lady in the coffee shop where I go every morning, or the woman in the supermarket, as soon as I walk back in, they go, yeah, forgot something? And I get out to my car, walk all the way out to my car, no keys. Where are the keys? I know you're saying, get yourself a little bum bag and put it in there, but no. Anyway, guys, got nothing to do with golf. Okay, so we're going to do something when Mr. X turns up. I'm going to ask him who taught him to hit those shots. He's just knocking the flag down here, guys. Anytime he knocks the flag down is when he goes out there and grabs it and knocks it down. Hey, what are you doing? They're going in the hole. They're in the hole. He's just going, yeah, so what? Okay, guys, we'll do some more when Mr. X comes down from knocking those balls in the hole.